unlawful presence after learning that I was unlawfully present. I should have been deported. In the summer or early autumn of last year, I was arrested, detained, and deported by Immigration and Customs Enforcement in Chicago. I was actually on the way to the airport heading to a friend's wedding. I'd just gotten in an Uber on the way to the airport from my apartment. They had a specific warrant for me. I wasn't picked up in a raid. They came looking for me. They knew my work schedule. They'd been monitoring me. This one I took as I was in ICE custody.
Now, the thing that's not mentioned here is what exactly did he do? Because, yeah, like, obviously he was illegal in the United States. But the question is, like, has he done anything else? Since I know that recently ICE is targeting actual criminals specifically for PR purposes. Like, whenever leftist activists try to stop ICE from doing their job, turns out it's a baby rapist, turns out it's a cartel person, turns out it's a drug smuggler. And again, like, Trump is doing this, like, not Trump, but the administration is doing this specifically for PR reason, because there are so many immigrants that they can deport to the point where they can afford. It's like, okay, well, what is our maximum capacity for deportation? 10,000 a month. Okay, focus only on the criminals. And so, like, unless you get picked up in a raid, which this guy claims he wasn't, or unless, you know, you're at the airport and you get flagged, which this guy claims he wasn't because he didn't even get to the airport, but instead they had a warrant on his name, there is a very high chance that they picked him up for doing something else. Now, granted, maybe he wasn't. But why isn't the journalist at the Telegraph asking this important question? Like, every time you have a right-wing politician in front of the media has a plethora of questions to ask. But whenever you have a guy like this that just tells a story, they allow him to tell the story uninterrupted. And so I need to have a feeling that he probably has done something else besides being illegal in the United States.
And then those are actually these pants right here. From there, I was taken to a county jail.
Right, because, like, again, look at the narrative. It's like, look how he was mistreated. Like, he is a law-abiding citizen. He seems to be capable of sitting down on a couch and having a pleasant conversation without having an emotional outburst. He's not violent or anything like that. He's dressed like everyone else, right? And despite all that, look how the American government treated him. Like, they put him in a cell. They locked his leg with a handcuff. And it's like, okay, is the American government evil? Or is there, like, something else to the story that we're not told? And we don't know because the press refused to ask him this question.
Where I was detained in a cell with maybe 40 other detainees. I was there for 3 weeks. Then I was loaded onto an American Airlines flight and taken to London Heathrow Airport, at which point I was released.
Ted, who's asked us to change his name, is a British national, but his parents took him to live in the US as a child without proper documentation.
So, okay, he wants you to change his name. Why? So that people can't fact-check the story? I mean, if legitimately this is the case, right? If legitimately his parents are British nationals, which I do believe they are, and they took him into the United States, and then he was just deported, he didn't do anything bad, right? Like, why would he hide his name? Like, in this situation, yeah, like, most people on the left will more or less sympathize with him, and even right-wing people aren't going to, like, go out of their way in order to make his life difficult. Like, if he's not a drug dealer, if he hasn't committed a sex crime, if he hasn't done anything bad, and his only crime was that he was just living in the United States, didn't commit tax fraud, didn't do anything wrong, and he was just being deported, why would he hide his name? If anything, he would get a lot of charity and sympathy. Like, I'm willing to bet there would be like 5 or 6 GoFundMe done by leftist activists in order to shower him with cash. But for some reason, we can't get his name. That's interesting.
So my first removal order was when I was 12 years old, 2013.
Despite his deportation, he does still support Trump's immigration policies.
Unlawful presence after learning that I was unlawfully present, right? I'm not making excuses. I should have been deported. There is an...
Like, you gotta appreciate just how bad things have gotten, that even illegals that are being deported are basically saying, you know what, yeah, like, we were actually a problem on the system. Like, we were actually causing issues with the system. It's just that, like, we are aware of this, but hey, you know, like, if it benefits us, it benefits us. And to be honest, this is how, like, most people on planet Earth actually think. It's this is the objective morality that a lot of people want to reach to. And it's true if you're a human. It's basically, what's good for me and my family is what's morally right. This is how people in China think. This is how people in India think. This is how people in Eastern Europe think. This is how people in Russia think. It's only that the academia in the West has gaslight people with this concept that, no, actually, no, you should believe in what the politicians tell you it's right. And you should believe in the system, even if it's bad for you and your family. It's like, okay, people say that, but do they really mean it? Probably not. And so I enjoyed this article a lot. It's how... It's like the United Kingdom is a dump compared to like the glorious United States. And now an immigrant getting deported from the United States into the UK views that as punishment. Like, you're deporting me to this hellhole. Like, I thought that the UK is a very progressive anti-racist nation that has made a lot of progress since the 90s, huh? Now, look, there is also the other possibility. There is one more possibility, that maybe legitimately the guy did nothing wrong, right? Like, the guy was a kid when he was brought into the United States. He got deported, and even he says, you know what, I deserve to be deported. It is what it is. And he's like a really American-oriented person. Like, he genuinely believes in American law. He believes in American values. It's just that he was trusted in a situation that was outside of his control. Maybe this is the case. In which case... they deported the only immigrant that, like, integrated, that was speaking properly and was behaving really nice. And that's the one that I targeted. I do have doubts that this is what happened, but still, it would be funny, wouldn't it? And as a caveat, a lot of British people are raging in the comment section. It's like, why are you deporting him to us? Why are you deporting him to us? Why would you want him to be deported if his parents are British? Like, see, this is what is an issue with deportation. Like, some country is going to have to take them back, and when Britain is going to deport theirs into other nations, that's how the people in those nations are going to react. You're reacting like this from one, okay? And you want to deport millions. Are you going to get diplomatic agreement for that to happen? Because if you're not, I mean, it doesn't matter what the politician wants. You simply, like, cannot just drop people into another country. It doesn't work that way. I know. It's kind of weird, you know, law and shit. Let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.